Hello and welcome. Right, yeah, I've got a few things to say before we actually crack on with the real work. Off camera, I did a little bit of testing. I did. I had a theory that the secret field, as I thought it was, came with field 4 or field 5 or field 2. So I injected 500 grand into the bank account off camera, and I did record it, but I just thought afterwards there's not much. Just tell everyone what happened. Bottom line is that field, even though it's at the back of field 4, it's not linked with field 4, it's not linked with field 5, nor is it linked with field 2. So whether it's something that Oxygen David is going to do, or whether he's throwing us a red herring, whether there's not going to be free fields, they're all possibilities, truthfully. Whether it's a future thing that it's going to happen in the future and it is going to happen, who knows? It's true. He both has done it in the past and he also has not done it in the past. So it is what it is. Yeah, you can't buy the periphery on this map. It is unique. Yeah, I'm not saying you can on all of them, but yeah, it's definitely not. You don't own it, not with any of those whatsoever. The other thing, I had an interesting comment earlier from a new commenter, actually, and it is true what was said. Now, I need to be on the right one. Yeah, it literally is about I am messy. I admit it. And I think if you look at where I came from, I am messy in real life. I admit it. It is a fault of mine where I think I've said this, I don't like dirtiness, never have done, but mess, I can put up with it. I have a massive threshold for things appearing. I've got a strange way of looking at things. I have, and I can cope with mess where other people are shrieking out, "That is so messy." My mind says, "Well, don't bother. I'm really not bothered about it being messy like that. I'm okay to have that mess." It's true. I've been pulled up by past bosses because it really didn't bother me, and yeah, I've got also. I realised that I'm not going to skip from that, but I just want to literally quickly show you something in the production. I realised I'd missed a few things. Now, the wheat seeds, they probably are done by now, I should say. Probably. Yeah, we are. 5 tons of seeds. So that's all done. Silage is obviously just processing. Silage is not going through yet. I am going to minus 20 grand when I get a minute, definitely. So the digestate's not going through yet. The lime, I didn't do the lime, and I realised that we also need water, a lot of water. So we are going to stick that going. We need to grab the water, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm grabbing the 40 tons of this deliberately from that. But yeah, it is a valid comment. It is also, the other thing is, I've got to say, not only am I messy in real life, but also it's being a nomad. Having done so many start from scratches where you haven't, like right now, we haven't got a single shed to our name, and so therefore I get used to the fact that my shed is that field there. It's not going to stay that way. I am intending very, very soon on buying that farmyard, and then we will start to use sheds. The only trouble is you get into good and bad habits. There have been some hobos hollows, still not perfect. Now, it probably was one of the best where I was reasonably good. But even then, it came in spits and spats, where sometimes some sessions I was good and some I was bad. So it is definitely one of those things that I definitely agree. Am I going to be able to get close enough, or do I need to? I think I'm a bit too far out. Let's do this easy, because I don't want to faff around. Yeah. I have good and bad sort of sessions where I work on it and then it gets messy again, and then I think, I'm thinking of other people's sensibilities. I think, come on, you're going to be driving people crazy. And you will notice on some sessions that I will have just off camera, I'll have clear, or I'll clear up on camera. That's because I realised that, like this gentleman, that it's sometimes I go a step too far. I don't mean to. I really would never ever try and offend anybody, but I do realise I do. We'll also refill as well. Is 40 tons enough? Because it does quite a lot. It's 1,000 for a 500. You really do double the output. So that means for every How much stones have we got in there? So 15 tons of stones is going to need 30 tons of water. Right, smashing. So we've done enough then. Bottom line is, yeah, now obviously really all we need to do is, well, first of all, we're going to go up till 10 o'clock. We may start to get, so I'm going to take it to 11 or 12. We should start to get some money come through from the silage and then the digester, and that will also produce fertilizer, legitimate fertilizer this time. So we take it till 12. I'm going to minus 20,000. I think that's about right. I do feel very strongly about cheating. I do, and although I can honestly say, hand on heart, I really didn't mean to. It was an oversight. The fact that we'd put fertilizer in there, wasn't thinking. I often say this. You concentrating on talking to yourselves, and truly. Yeah, that is it. Right, so I think that is it. That is the wrong righted. Yeah, because it was about 30 grand, but then we also faffed around and lost a lot of things due to that new piece of equipment. Yeah, basically losing the... I would like to work on that, and I do like it. It is strange because this is fine, and also even the pipe went above it, so whether it's a little bit temperamental. We also then went for the silage one. It was okay with this one. Then again, let's face it, why would you do that? That was just as a test. It worked fine with that one, which is fantastic. But again, it's only a 15 tonner, well, just under 15 tonner. So yeah, I've got to try and find something a little bit bigger, but it is going to work with that. Where that other one was a 35 tonner, and it was that kind of bag. It was a silage bag, so it really should have worked. Right, let's just remind myself. I know there were things. Oh, I put a couple of mods in as well that are very. Oh, isn't that typical? That exact one. Why was that not there earlier? They do say, don't they, about, mind you, we bought it. We did buy it. We didn't actually... Yeah, and it's also minus 12%. Seriously? I mean, we know it's bad anyway, so... Yeah, now that. I've never had that. Oh, I have. It's just I've never had that colour that it was showing. I've had that quite often. You know, the other thing is... Yeah, there is some way you can actually stick the... Yeah, there's a couple of baler wrappers where you can take the baler wrapper section off. Now, I like that. Now, that's clever. Because although, obviously, at the proper farm, when we owned that, we actually had... Funny, because we just... we're really over the back there. That is our old farm. That now is Evil's farm. It is. We're literally setting up incommunicado and literally below the radar. Anyway, let's go through till tomorrow morning. Yeah, there are some baler wrappers that you can switch that function off. And bearing in mind what we were trying to achieve before, where we would just wanted grass bales, I never really thought it through right from the very beginning. There is a real... I do love that baler that we had, the quick... Just, yeah, let me look at it. Let me just... Because I don't like to get the names wrong. Sometimes when I'm tired, the names don't stick properly. It is the quick baler, isn't it? It is. I'm sure it is, but yeah, it just doesn't seem right. I'm feeling a bit tired, so... Which is normal. Yeah, there's the fast bale, and that's obviously the original one. It's the quick bale, which is... We know, really, when you look at it very closely, that is exactly what it is. It is the Vicon fast bale. It is absolutely, like, just changed somewhat, shall we say. But yeah, there are some of them. Let me just try and show you one that I was... literally, I'm talking about. Where you can take that section off. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. There is another one further in. I was looking at the other day that I was thinking, that's a brilliant idea. I've always wanted to try that as well. But yeah, it's sort of like got a storage plus that, and I think it's very interesting looking. I'd like to have a go one time. Is it that one? I would like to have a go at that. I didn't realise that. That's a DD mod passion as well. It is. Wow. Fantastic. That was my old FS19 favourite. Is it that Rotana? There's some way you can switch the function off. I think it was... No. Ah, these are all the net wrap ones. Yeah, I think it's this one. I'm sure it's this one. Yes, you can switch the wrapper attacher off, so you could just make a standard baler. I like that. That's clever. I do. You can stick the wrapper attacher on, and you can stick it off. So I like that, because if we were trying to do what we're trying to do now, which is to bale, to literally do grass bales, we can switch the function off that's going to do that. Obviously, a quick bale on that, you can't do it. It just comes as is. Because it would be easy, nice and easy to literally... I mean, I do love the idea of the quick bale, the way that you can literally put the Anderson on the back. That is an absolute dream. Though, as all such time cobbled together things, doesn't work perfectly. No, there are literal limitations. Anyway, let me just... we're going to go through till tomorrow morning. So let's sleep through. And it is indeed 8 o'clock. Oh, and I really ought to have said, I did mean to get the, as we're chatting, the fertilizer spreader going, truthfully. And there's, that's one of the things I put in. I've put quite an interesting, well, but I'm not going to do it on this one. We're going to do that on another Let's Play, definitely. But yeah, we want to be setting that going now. Let's grab the original, my old friend, who I've got very fond memories of. Now, where did I stick you? I think you're close. I'm sure I brought you over as well. Probably on the other side of this. And I do love the Kramer as well. I'm so chuffed. Thornton was the one that actually taught me about that. I've absolutely loved that. Right, so I've got to remember. Let's drop that. Yeah, this is why I am messy, because you sort of get into bad habits again. Like all things, I just begin to get into a good habit where we've got other things, and then I come on to this or something like this where you are not in. Now the red one is the fertilizer. Now that's strange. I probably shouldn't put it the other way around, because I'm used to the red one being used for seeds on other Let's Plays. So perhaps it would have been wiser to do this the other way around, because I would usually associate this as the seed thing, and this time I've actually done it the other way around. Fantastic. Thinking that's yeah, it is a bit tight. It's my own fault again. Messiness leads to that type of thing where you have to overcompensate because you're messy. So yes, I do totally agree with, I cannot remember your name, but that is very grateful. It was actually not on this Let's Play, so you may well not even hear that. Yeah, but it is true. He did leave a comment, and it was a valid one, and I did not make any excuses or say, no, you're wrong, I'm not tired, not untidy at all, because I am untidy, and I recognise this fact 100%. Yeah, I am really. So then let's stick this. We'll do the fertilizer first. We'll do the courses. No, we won't. We'll do it ourselves. Yeah, because to be honest, the fertilizing is. We're also going to leave. Oh, that's no. Actually, we won't. The liming should be done. Yeah, 39 tons. Is that it all gone? No, just about. Yeah, and it nearly took all the water. But we haven't looked at the sales, and I haven't even looked at my money. Oh, why have we got loads of digestate? Silage. Why have we got 80 tons of digestate? Surely that should be doing fertilizer now. Or perhaps... Okay, well that's interesting. But that's not really what I expected to see, but hey-ho. Right, anyway. 281,727. Now I know what I'm going to do now, and I have got a point. There's... In FS19, I worked out that grass is the best way to go, especially if you're going precision farming and seasons. Now, seasons is a little bit different than the FS22. Things actually got a bit more tricky with FS22. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't do as well in FS22 as I used to in FS19. But then I also changed tactics and started to bring in, I mean, don't get me wrong, now thinking about it, now you begin to learn the actual game itself. On FS22. Right, before we let's check what's in the sales, please. Let's not get sidetracked. So yeah, I'd love to do that. That's baler. That would be fantastic. That's go whale. Oh, sad. Do we treat ourselves and go square baler and just go for one of the cheap grass ones? That is an amazing price. Let's be honest. That's less than an Anderson, half of an Anderson. Do you know something? We're gonna do it. Absolutely. Yes. Fantastic. That is amazing. I'm so glad that I looked. Yeah, so we will also buy one of the traditional standard balers. Or do we rush it? We don't need to rush it. No, it's true. No, you never know what's going to literally come in the sales next. And I keep saying this, if you're going to incorporate the sales, then at least... Now then we should just go... Giant Auto, we are indeed. So we can pretty much look at the wheel itself. Yeah, we're going to buy fields, and we're going to do what I used to do, which is expand, 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 cut your grass, cut your grass, cut your grass. We're going to do that till the end of this year, and then we're going to buy the farm, and then we're going to buy animals and all that. Through the winter, we're going to go into our husbandry. We will buy our products in, because hopefully we'll be sitting on a bit of a nest egg. So it's more like boxing clever than anything. So yeah, that's the plan. I was going to just literally buy it now and do all that. I thought, hang on a minute, wouldn't it be better to just like consolidate your strong position rather than just, yeah, and I've got a good idea. I'm going to probably buy the fields, although I'm going to look at the entrances to see which fields are easiest for us to get to. I mean, obviously we're also going to have in time the proper farm. Smashing nearly tiny smidgen on this side, down there. Brilliant. Let's get this sorted. I think what we'll do is we will look at, I know which ones I'm going to go for, but again, it also depends. Yeah, no, field 5 we can get to just through there, literally. Now, I had a theory that this one was with field 5 because it literally leads there, but I think it's just common lands, like owned by the council type sort of thing. Really, and the other field was field 2, but I think field 2, the entrance is at the bottom of the farm, so when we own the farm it might be a good one to go for, but I don't think there's an actual way to get to it, as in like this away. So yeah, I think we'll be waiting to get the farm, so that means, well, actually we've got 254, field 5 I think is 155,000, which will leave us about 100 grand. Which is not a bad place to be. Yeah, there's a brick wall there, although it looks like there's an entrance. There isn't. It really is the fact that the draw distance will draw that. I think there's one in the next field as well. Yeah, there we go, it's popped. I think you'll find there is also one that's going to pop now in the pig field. So yeah, there we go. So there is no way other than to go through hedges, which I've done once on this Let's Play on camera, and I don't want to do that again. So yes, we're not going to do that again. Yeah, so I will probably buy fields 2. Yeah, I really do wish though that I could use that grass there, but it isn't yours even when you buy that. It doesn't show up as your property, and it doesn't say that you own it either, so it really is clever. We should really not go all the way up to the top and then come back down the bottom. Just keep going across. It's not quite right, but it's smooth. So I'm well pleased with our progress. There should be enough line, even though this is going to be a first time to line to actually do this, and we might, we might actually set one of the workers going with the lining in a minute on one of these fields. This field is the easiest. I think we're going to line the little one, and we're going to literally make a line course, a 42-metre course. That is if this still does. And that is what, yeah, oh, I've done this wrong way around. Why do I always do this? You can't empty this out unless you've got an adapter. I don't want to keep using store delivers. I'm trying to get out of that bad habit. I don't need to have the expansion for fertilizer, and I keep on forgetting this. It was this that I need the line for now. So yeah, I've gone and done it again. That's stupid. Every single time. Right, now we need to move that out of the way. Oh, there's a bit of grass that we've left in that one. Right, yeah, we're going to buy the field in a few minutes. Yeah, we're going to... I'm liking where we are, though. We have got almost a rudimentary amount of stuff. So, luckily, let's be honest, we are... Yeah, I know, but the storage, that was really going to be... I'm trying to think, if you... No, you can't do that, can you? What I was thinking, this is going to run out so quickly. I was thinking of tipping the bucket up with the MX, tipping the Well, it is like a bucket, yeah, but that's not going to work. It really isn't, because obviously in Farm Simulator you have to eject it properly. Game mechanics rules king, as I've said so many times. It's still 42 metres, or yeah, it is. It's a full 42 metre spread. It's on auto. It is indeed. Oh, no, that is not taking as much as I thought it would. I think we're going to do this to sales would have been a first time thing. Yes, I do. Wow, why is that not taking any line? Oh, it's taking a little. That is amazing. I've never had this one ever for liming. I've always had this only as the cedar. Now that sort of beats my best. The best I've ever had, I've always said, was the WMXL, which when I first had it, I swear that the rates on these do vary by manufacturer to manufacturer. I think we've all got like rates, and this one seems to be the best I've ever seen. I've never seen a field that's been limed without that. Yeah, that is amazing. Literally, it's almost like stuck on not actually doing that for us. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, the WMXL is good, but even that's not that good. That is absolutely crazy good. We've used 7% and literally just check. Let's just check. That is a bit cheeky, because we didn't lime that. So that's the first time lime, and that Cane's lime. That is amazing. Right, okay, let's top this up. Ooh, we might have found my new favourite. Yeah, I mean, the WMXL is amazing because it's 4.5 tonner, but if this hardly uses any lime, then that's even more amazing. Wow, well, let's try it. It might just be a fluke, and it might have been that it was partially limed already. You don't know. Now this is really yellow, so I think you'll find this is more like it's still not going down quickly. Unless, of course, Oxygen David has done something to the map. But that is going from a horrible yellow. That's like, it's like using tinsy wincy amounts. That is amazing. That is super duper. Oh, well chuffed with that. That is stupendous. Can you tell I'm pleased? Now we're going down a little, but yeah, now we need to fuel this up as well. Glad we bought the fuel. Again, like I say, I know in time we'll probably get a fuel pump with the... But if not, I've used those fuel... I think those fuel barrels are absolutely amazing, and I would willingly not have a fuel point. But it is true, I've got to acknowledge the fact that I am messy, and I do apologise to anybody whose sensibilities I upset with the way that I am, because it is just because I'm built that way, and I do apologise for it. From other people's perspective, it is bad, yeah, because the norm, most people expect a certain norm, and I don't deliver on that expectation, so I realise that I sort of break that mould that most people would expect, and for that I do apologise. Because I can't help it. I mean, as in like, it's just the way I'm built. I don't mean that as an excuse that I can't work on it. I do try to work on it. It doesn't come naturally. Yeah, you will see that I do make efforts to try to, please you viewers and subscribers, because I know that it's going to annoy you. But again, it's because it's a bit like autism, where you can teach people the cues, but they don't feel it. I know I've got friends who are autistic, quite a lot actually. Yeah, quite a few autistic. Oh, I've done it again. I've done that in ages. Now that is stupendous. I've never ever had a line that's covered that well, and we've only used about 300. No, it didn't need it. Yeah, so I do apologise for it, because I do know it does sort of wind people up. Sugar to get out. Yeah, and it isn't intentional, it is true, and again, it's because, a bit like autism, where I realise, because I look and I think, ooh, that's going to be annoying people, but it doesn't annoy me, so there's no natural trigger. It has to reach a certain threshold, and then I think, ooh, that's going to be annoying people. You ought to do something about it. So yeah, just a bit of an explanation. of just the way that I am built. Now, yeah, that's true. We're not going to need the weeder now, then, if we're going to stick to the old-fashioned way of doing things. We are, of course, we're going to rip these fields up probably next year. Yeah, but I'm just saying now, I think we're going to go FS19 route, where we're going to buy fields, and we are going to expand. Now then, we were going to buy a square baler. Oh, no, we were not in a rush, that's true. Yes, I'm just backtracking on what I'd said. Yeah, so I think the first field is field 5, because we can go through there. I mean, field 6, how much is that? No, that's true, I never looked at that. A little bit more than we can afford. I think that's the one with telegraph poles across it. But it is, yeah, we can actually get to it. You can sort of see, let me just use this one, sort of see the little bridge there. It does just about show, and then there's a little tiny black mark there, which I think, so we can buy field 5. I think if you go through 5, you get the entrance to field 4. We can't afford the 2. Again, I think that shows at the bottom of the farm there's like a gateway through there, or it comes at the bottom there. So yeah, I think field 5, which we can afford, which is 155, and it also is mediocre. It's a slight bonus on what you'd expect. Let's have a look at others. How much is that worth? What is 170? Do we buy those? So let's buy that one first, because but I also would like to leave us a little bit of money. Yeah. So we've got 98,721. We're at May now. We've fertilised and limed our 2 fields. We need to scan that, but we need to grab somebody to cut the grass. So let's get this party started, and then we're going to scan the fields. No, I hate that one. I go round and round in circles. Yeah, let's grab you, and let's grab the... Again, it would be nice to have at least a 3rd tractor. I think 3 is the beginning of a team. 2 is all right, but it's still not quite right. Yeah, you're literally sort of you're juggling a little bit. And the Kramer obviously is another vehicle, but it is yeah, a front loader. So it's not like we can. I mean, but again, that annoys people if you go out of character with the vehicle. You can get the telehandler, let's start this going before we start chatting again. Yeah, the telehandler with the 3-point link at the back, which I normally remember its name, but at this precise moment in time, I cannot recall its name. It is the... Now, I did do it on Purbeck as a proper... We'll have a look. So I cannot remember. It's weird how sometimes when you come in here, you remember what it's called. Oh, it nearly popped then. Yeah, the Merlot, the Turbo Farmer, that one has it can have a proper 3-point link at the back. And then it can be a 140 horsepower tractor, because of course you can put the adapter on the front, and then it's got a front and back 3-point link, a legitimate one as well, because the adapter, when you plug it in like that, has got a proper, proper 3-point and a proper PTO shaft as well. So yeah, it's not like you're cheating. Right, so we want to make a new folder. Field 5, and we need to be creating a new course. I will be buying another set as well. I keep saying it, but at the minute where we've only got 2 vehicles, it doesn't really matter that much, because we've not got enough to actually do it. And again, it's done that thing. It's a shame I don't buy a few fields and then, yeah, because this is just getting annoying. Luckily, 7 meters doesn't take that long to get to. Otherwise, I think there used to be one in FS19. It was one of my favourite fertiliser spreaders. I think I have said this once before on another thing. It was one of the... It was the ZAM. It was the Amazon ZAM or something like that. And I used to love it. But it fast became... activate and 7 meters. It's literally started at 1 meter, and you had to manually go to 42 meters, and you had to do it on every single field. So what started off as, as like my favourite soon became a horror story, because I'd got to manually adjust it all of the time. Now we could also set the, because that is true. We could set the other tractor going with the windrower. But I think what we're going to do first, because we need to give it a bit of a head start, is we're going to get a bit more water We need plenty of water in there because we may have run out. We might actually have quite a lot of grass left in here, and I haven't done the silage digester, in which case this is going to come to a grinding halt. But I do think I think I worked it out, and I think we were right. But we'll have a quick look now on camera, just to see if I am right, or whether we did. And it's in productions. You need to be looking in the Omatana. Got any grass left? No, we did use it. I did work it out right. That's not bad then. So we've got our seeds are in there for if we do decide at the back end. That is true. What could we plant in the back end? Because I think this is just a geode, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, no. You can still... Yeah, you can. September, October, November. Wheat, barley and oats can be planted in the back end. So it is possible for us to plant in November for next year. I wouldn't mind doing that for wheat, barley or oats. So we could turn this around quite late on where, yeah, it's... I like the idea of that. I think that's not a bad idea. It's a shame we can't do the new crop, but we... Yeah, and we ought to repair this. But again, I'm hoping that we'll move into the... Wow, look at that dust thing on that. Now, yeah, the first thing we need to be doing is we need to drag this into here. We'll do one, and then we're literally going to... I think I did that subconsciously. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't sort of realise I was unloading. I still thought I was loading. I did that without sort of thinking. No, I didn't, because I'm well way up from that. It's well behind this. I must have sort of... No, it is one of them Freudian slips. You know, like where you do it, but you don't realise you're doing it. No, still not. That's it. But we'll do one more, and then we can leave it... In fact, we can leave it filling, actually, thinking about this, and we'll empty it later. It can fill on its own. And we will scan that field. Not that we can affect the growth. This is what I keep saying. I keep reminding myself. Obviously, you can't affect the growth because it's already grown. It doesn't really matter that we don't scan this. You can't. There's no point in what I'm saying is it's grown. So it doesn't matter what you do. You fertilising, scanning, all of that is pointless. But obviously, it's good for the future. So we will do it. Wow, the agri is noisy still out environmentally, but it's a noisy that's not too noisy now. Yeah, so it is weird. It is, you sort of get into the habit with start from scratch of you're a nomad, and there's quite a lot of Let's Plays where I really have had like one shed or no sheds, and it sort of does get into a bad habit. And as well as being naturally like that, it really does mean that it's a double whammy, really. Wow, this is a big field. I'm liking this. But we could sort of half scan that field, really. Just be crafty. But we have got to be on the edge of the field, which is something I'd sort of forgotten. Oh, bird song again. Be careful, because he is a little bit close. Yeah, that's true. We may as well scan, because we've got to be quite wasteful on this, so we may as well go as far this side as possible and do that. So at least at some point we might buy that field behind, as I've said, and then, yeah, shame, because this one here is not a field. It'll make no difference me scanning this at all, plus which we don't own it, but hey-ho. Back away. We're going to get the windrower, and we will start windrowing. Do we do it manually? Probably. It probably isn't a bad thing to actually... Why did that miss that patch there? I don't know. We were going to go into a time-lapse. I would say that's not a bad idea. It really is a bit of a... 2068? What? I swear that is so bugged. Seriously? How could it be 2068? It was only 3 or 4 field scans. It's weird on Let's Plays how sometimes it works perfectly okay and other times it does really silly things and you think, how could it possibly be that? Now then, what are we going to do? Are we going to stick another Omatana down, like I said, so that you haven't got... Yeah, because it's that kind of thing that really does save your bacon. But again, then you need to do 2 lots of water, and you've got to ask yourself the question, right, let's unravel this. We could stick it on the edge there, but then again, central is what I keep saying is what is a good idea. Anyway, yes, we'll worry about this in a bit. Yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of this time lapse. I'm going to stick the helmet on. I am going to stick the helmet on, and I was studying the field as I was looking. I'd really like to say thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope that you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.